Welcome everyone, Mr. Allen here. I'm just going to go through the solution to this Venn diagram problem. I'll probably go a little more slowly than I might otherwise because it's one of the first ones we've seen here, and if somebody's looking at this, they probably want a little bit more detail. So the key, of course, when we're doing these is that each of these statements at the end must be true. Second key, I guess I could say, is each circle represents information about their respective topic. So the data circle is this one right here. Yeah. So the data circle is this one kind of all the way out here. And so everything in that circle represents the data management group. So the data management group has 35 students. It says that's the total number of students who take data management. And so in that entire circle at the end, I will have 35 students. Similarly, it says here, say 12 students are taking both data management and functions. So if we look at the section covering data management and functions, it's this overlap between the two data management and function circles. Essentially, if I were to delete calculus entirely, you would see that overlap. There will be a total of 12 students in that section. Now again, that doesn't mean there's going to be the number 12 there. If we were to list off the names, all 12 people wouldn't be necessarily together. They might be spread out throughout that section, but that's the idea. So let's see if we can fill this in and see how it goes. My suggestion always is start in the middle. And so here we have 5 students taking all 3. So sort of this section, of course, is included in all 3 circles. It's included in all 3 groups, so therefore that's where the 5 students goes. So when we get to the next set of information, in this case the data management and functions, we have 12 students in what I originally said was this kind of football shape here. Knowing that we already have 12 students placed, there will be 7 more that need to go in there to fill that section to make it 12 total. So again, at this point, if the calculus didn't exist, I would see 12 people clearly in the section between data management and functions. So I've covered that one. Now the wording here is a little different. I put it in specifically to make sure you recognize the difference between what would normally be said and what would not be said sometimes. Or if I did want to make the point that somebody was in 2 groups but not in the third, I would have to state that. And so here 15 students are taking functions and calculus but not data. So it's clearly telling us we're not including these people in data. And so that's the only way that sort of thing is going to show up. So if I have 15 students who are taking functions and calculus, that would be in this section. Oh, but wait a minute, because it tells me not data, it's clearly indicating that these 5 students are not part of the information I'm being given here, which means in this case, I actually am getting 15 more students added in. So there are 15 students who are taking functions and calculus and who are not in data, and then 5 more students who are taking all 3, telling me that there are in fact 20 students in the functions class who are also in the calculus class overall. So again, the reason that statement's in there is to make the point that if it doesn't tell you but not data management, then we make sure we do the subtracting and make sure that combined they make the statement true. There are no students taking just data management and calculus. So again, just data management and calculus would be this intersection, not including the function students. So I'm given a 0 for here. But there has to be something specific telling me that, or else I'm going to assume that everything is included. You can sort of think about this statement in particular, taking both data management and functions. If I passed you in the hall and said, hey, just wondering, are you taking both data management and functions this year? You wouldn't say, no, I'm taking data management, functions, and calculus, because you also wouldn't say, no, I'm taking data management, functions, and English, and chemistry, and geography, and French. If you are in both data management and functions, you would say yes to that statement. Yes, I am taking both data management and functions. It turns out you might also be in the calculus class, or you might also be in a physics class, or you might also be in some other classes, or you might be in all those classes. But you wouldn't think to bring that into play in the questioning, are you in both data management and functions? And so again, the 12 students for the data management and functions, that's the typical way things would work. I would see that there are 12. I would recognize there are 5 people already sort of in that intersection, and so I need 7 more. But this question was specifically making the point that if I did want to separate the group from the original 5 in this case, I would have to specifically state that somehow, but not in data management, taking just data management and calculus. So finishing up then, we're looking at 21 students in calculus. Well, when I look at the calculus circle, I have 0 and 5 and 15, so I have 20 students already placed in calculus, meaning I need just the one more. I need 28 students in functions. I have 12 here and 15 more, so I need one more function student as well. And in data management, I need a total of 35. I only have 12 placed so far, so 35 minus that 12 means I need 23 more for data. So hopefully that helps. Again, when I'm looking at these statements, each one must be true individually. I need 35 students in data management. I see 30, 5, and 0, good. 28 students in functions. I see 15 and 5 is 20, and 8 more is 28, good. I guess if I've taken out calculus, these two lines don't matter. 12 students taking both data management and functions. We can see 7 and 5, perfect. And then again, anything involving calculus I've taken out. So again, that's sort of what I'm suggesting when I say if we take one group out. So hopefully that helps.